Ever produced. It will be the greatest opening ever produced. Seriously.
You're already live.
Oh, I know. Thanks, Tips. What would I do without those producers of mine? I tell you.
Well, you look about as useful as a screen door on a submarine right now, so that's why.
Oh, hey, listen, it's my show. All I'll do is I wish, you foul-mouthed little.
Well, I meant the last time I helped you out, you didn't even notice your guest was there for 10 minutes. So
last
hey,
time you didn't help me out, you got all upset with me and stuff. So how's the volume on this anyway? Because I'm rocking it right now. I'm feeling it. Can you guys hear it? Can you feel me? Are we how you doing? All upset with me and stuff. Oh, you better. Bondzee, one of these days, I'll turn all the volumes down on all the outlets. God, I need to turn up the volume. I love this new opening. You and you and you and you and you and you too. Do you know how bloody sexy you are and good looking you are? Did you really put on makeup for me tonight in your best dress? Oh, do you even put on your shirt and tie too? God bless you. I mean, I just put on my best surfwear and I got the hair is that I don't even at this point, I don't even know what to do. I don't know whether to go like I could rock it out and go full wings. You too. What, buddy? What fucking area are you from? This is not you too. I don't know what kind of.
You said you too. You never.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, dude, it's way over my head. Listen, I have a million things going on in my head right now. I'm trying to get my hair to look pretty. I got wings flying all over the place. Welcome everybody to the show. It's a gong show. But it's Friday night, and really, there's no rhyme to reason to the show. Has there ever been, really? Amazing. Amazing. I love all of you all. Listen, it's episode number 78. It's Bondzee Live from the S.O.S studios. And what just happened there? And listen, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit continue music play on this now. That I played my fancy little new opening. And whether you like it or not, I really don't care. Because the amount of effort and time I'm putting into the show is now going, we're at the end. All my time has to be put into soccer shows and bondcasts and my recordings that pay me. Michael Thornton, thanks for checking in, brother. I appreciate it. Jackie, thank you for watching. Margaret's watching. She's about 10 houses away. Let's get that out of the way. I'm sorry. Chad Link, thanks for watching. Michael Mancarry's in the hizzy. Thanks, everybody else. Debbie Sherman is joining from Kansas City in the United States of America. I hope everything's well down there. We're going to get to Kansas City later, actually, in the show because we're going to do the year in review, Debbie. And Kansas City is actually part of the year in review. You ask, why is this, Bondzee? Why are you going to talk about my town and where I'm living now, Gregory? I don't think you ever called me Bondzee or Gregory when we met in Mexico. Unless anybody think this is some floozy I picked up. It's a beautiful, wonderful mother, human being, amazing mother of some amazing children, and a wife to her husband of God. You guys have been married forever and ever. Amen. Anyways, you were on a beautiful trip with just your daughter, and we ended up having a same week together. And me, you, Jigger, and your daughter, and it was awesome. And well, I'm thankful that was God 6-7 years ago, and we're still friends to this day. And you're tuning into Bondzee Live, so God bless you, Jordan Robert. Thanks for watching, bro. We met in Nicaragua. You are now killing it on the East Coast, chefing it up like a champion. Michael Mancarry, you are a champion as well. You look like a happy wreck. I don't know whether to say thank you or go fuck your hat. I'll say both. How's that? I love you. Listen, man, I'm tired. I'm grinding it out in here. It's been every day in here, 12 to 15 hours a day. And either talking, writing, recording, just auditioning. You name it, I'm doing it, brother. And it's a grind. It really is. Oh, man. Wendy, Dawn, you're listening all the way from Newfoundland right now. So thank you so much. Chad Link, buddy! I cannot do your chant any justice, Chad Link. But listen, folks, this isn't goodbye. Tonight is bittersweet because here's what tonight is. Okay, let's get into it. Tonight is the last time we will be on a scheduled show. No, Bondzee, no, wait, where did your tunes go? Wait, what did you go and do? Tonight is the last time we will do Monday, Friday, because I can't keep up with the amount of workload. It's just not fair to me. It's not fair to you. Because I'm the type of person, I'm OCD. I want to produce an amazing show. I want to perform an amazing show, and the stuff that I've got going on now. And now we're 9 months into me coming home from Nicaragua, which I'm sad to come home to, or from, because I was having an amazing time down there. Mark Chanot, thanks for watching. Sorry, I don't have your hat right now, bro, because I got to rep my sponsors tonight that pay me. Scramble Clothing in the house, both representing. Thanks to those guys. But Mark Chanot, he is a sponsor as well. Go support him if you are in the Orillia area. 705. Go and check out G&H Auto. That guy will take care of you from if you have a little pinprick in your tire, or if you have a major incident with your car. My boy here will take care of you. Mark Chanot will take care of you. Personal experience, hands-on, amazing staff. It makes it very personable, one-on-one, and the best prices in town. G&H Auto, go check them out. Thank you. And thanks, Mark, for the support. Thanks for the hat. And the what do you call those? The gaiters. I love those things way more than the mask. Like totally 100%. Yes, Corey Osborne. Thanks for watching. Margaret says Corey Osborne with question mark. Wendy Schlutzer Martin. Thanks for watching. Randy Twyman's watching. Randy, you're not in the golf business anymore, are you? Refresh my memory. Anyways, I was saying, sorry, I'm trying to welcome everybody tonight because this is kind of a goodbye, but it's not a goodbye. It's here's what it is. I can't commit to a show anymore, like a scheduled show. It started in my parents' basement when I had there's nothing to do, folks, and then there's less than nothing to do, and then there's less than nothing to do. And that's where I was at. And one night, we all know the story by now, but here's how it started. Here's how it started. Well, let's get into the show. Thanks, everybody, for watching and tuning in. We're going to do the year in review. We're going to do not only the Bondzee live show and how it started and to where we're at. And it's not goodbye, but it's the end of a regular scheduled show. We'll do pop-up shows and we'll have fun together, and it'll be a surprise. And I'll give you some warning so you can tell your girlfriend, and listen, we're going to snuggle up. We're going to put Bondzee on the big screen. Yeah, because this fucking guy is hilarious. He will make you laugh. I'm better than fucking Netflix. I'm bored with Netflix at this point. I'm sure you are. I'm better than Netflix for 1 hour. Give me 1 hour. We'll do it once a month, or maybe once every 3 weeks, or just don't get greedy, okay? And we'll work out a nice, friendly schedule together because I love you, and I love you, and I love you and you and you too. Ah, man, it's Friday. It's almost Christmas. Jesus Christ. It's creeping up, isn't it? In a hot minute, it's going to be, hello, it's Christmas Eve. Did you get your Christmas shopping done? No, I haven't even started. Now we're going into Code Red. Now you say, oh, Bondzee, you're fucked. No, I'm not, because I can't go anywhere. So I don't have to give presents to anybody. My kids are going to come here. I'll take care of them. We're gold. And that's it. My tree's been up for a while. I got lights up. It's all Christmassy in here, even in the studio. Yeah, Merry Shitmas and Merry Fuckmas and everything else. This year has been a complete shit show. So listen, let's get right into it. We'll start with this is how this show started. Scotty, put up me we went through this. Me in Nicaragua, I was killing it, and then all of a sudden it was St. Patty's night. I had a live band in the bar, and it was the most amazing time. And Scotty will get there. There it is. So where the bar's down below, we got that stage up above. A really unique setup, if you ask me. Anyways, the Intruders killed it at Parlor Bar on St. Patty's night. And that was the last night that we were open and that I managed that bar. And the next day it wasn't the next day that it was adios, but it led to this. Me and my boy here, Jacob, we hightailed it out of there within about 5 days it was exactly 5 days from St. Patty's Day. That was me closing up the bar, masks on. It was a real thing everywhere. We wore masks down there. Like, look at the streets there. It was crickets in the town that was, we just were starting to flourish again because of the political unrest in 2018. And then look, that's what it turned into. Beautiful picture, I might add. I took that. I did not take that one because that's me with my wonderful dog. Look at the haircut on that bozo there. Bless his little heart. He's sitting over there. He's like, shut your holy mouth. Stop making fun of me. I can hear you. Anyways, it went from that and, joyous bliss and having a great time to drinking wine on the way home, feeling fine. Sadly, not first class there, but I had a plethora of legroom. I don't know. I got lucky in that seat. I can't remember the reasoning why, but that was a pretty decent flight home, actually, and all things considered. And then all of a sudden it was boom. I was sitting there baking cookies and muffins. Oh, Gregory, let's make your delicious new recipe of your beer bread. Oh, no, I won't have any because it's got that alcoholic beer in it. But I think you made a wonderful loaf of beer bread. Well, thanks, Ma. And thanks for your help and your guidance. And you should have a piece because it really is bloody delicious. Oh, no, Gregory, I can't have that. I'll just sit here on the couch in me nightgown and me, what you call these things? Fuck, I can't remember. Anyways, I'm having me tea with your puppy. And I'm so glad you're home from that Nicaragua place where the COVID will probably kill you. Mom, it's not going to kill me down there. Oh, yes, Gregory, it probably would. No, Ma, it's not. I swear it's not. Gregory, I'm just so glad that you're home with me. And now we can bake and we can frolic together. And I'm so glad you're... Yeah, Ma, I'm so glad I'm home, too. I can't wait till my house is not rented. I mean, yeah, I love being here. And then, so, yeah, what a summer. The graduation that wasn't. My poor son was one of those kids that was grade 12. So I say poor kids, but I mean, he really got off easy in the grand scheme of things and had that extended March break that led right into automatic graduation. Not that he wasn't going to graduate by any means. The kid's a fucking rock star. Anyways, and then, so 2020 was a year of amazing things. It started off with I had COVID to start the year. Then I had the broken foot, as we know. I didn't put that shit up. And then I broke my hand this year as well. Oh, and the kidney stone that I forgot about. That happened in 2020. Then I broke my hand. My golf season was going tickety fucking boo because I'm living in Sarge's basement. I was delivering, skip the dishes, but I was DoorDasher in Hamilton. And I was doing DoorDasher for like 2 weeks because I was so fucking bored. I hadn't got into the voice work yet. We're talking fresh, like out of my quarantine. And then I went into, I'm not a fella that sits around a while. And listen, here's how this whole entire show started. Pre the basement, this is how it started. I was about 2 days into quarantine. Out of working in a bar 15 hours a day that was packed and I was wasted and having a great time and rocking and rolling. We were all having the best time. Then I was locked in my parents' basement. Well, 2 days in, I couldn't even handle it. I fucked off to the Alexander Park. Now, this park is ginormous. It's got like 6, 7 baseball fields, 2 soccer fields. And I went over there in the end of March. Freezing cold. I went over there. Didn't even take Tucker, I don't think. No, I did. No, sorry. I did take Tucker. We went for a walk. He wanted to go for a walk. I went for a walk. There was nobody around. I went to the park and we frolicked about. We walked the whole park. And then I took this video because I was like, well, I'm going to be one of these guys that like just makes funny videos and I'm bored and, I'm shot out of a cannon and I just need to do something and entertain people. And now I'm locked in Sarge's basement. What the fuck else am I going to do? So I went and ran around the bases. So I was up to home plate, right? I'm sitting at home plate. I was pretending I was 14 years old again, 13 years old, playing for Alexander Park Jays. It was do or die. We're gonna head to the OMA Chase, and I'm up to bat, and wham, crack, old Bondzee, didn't I smack one right out of the park? Well, and I got the camera going in one hander, and I fake ripping one out of the park over the fence, and I'm like. Crowd goes wild. I ran the bases, fucking hoorah the whole time. Jump on home plate, crowd goes wild. Woo! Right? I posted to social media thinking it's going to go viral. Hilarious. Oh, Bondzee, you're just so bloody funny. Opposite, full out bazooka shoulder from a couple of yammering yentas that are friends of mine, and they still are. And if they see this, we will laugh about it. I'm not going to mention their names. They know who they are if they see this. But God damn it, you would have thought I went to a pipeline above Ontario, okay? Not even where I live, Ontario. And this pipeline will spurt out my spit and my nonsense, me running around the bases and videotaping it across Ontario because I just got home from Nicaragua and I'm going to infect every last fucking person that was not in that park because the park was empty because it was -2 or something. And it was cold and there was nobody there. It was the middle of the day and there was nobody there. Anyways, I got massive backlash. How dare you break that 14-day protocol of lockdown and you get back to that basement right now, mister. My golly, you're going to spread COVID all around the Hamilton area. Holy fuck. I gotta stop the screaming because my fucking Bondzee, stop yelling. Nobody wants to hear anybody yell. Excuse me. Anyways, that's how it all started. And those yammering yentas yelling at me forced me to drink more copious amounts of wine in my parents' basement because I was pissed off at them at the time. And I wanted to fucking freak out at them because there was nobody for 4 miles around walking or anything. And how was even if I walked around the park spitting profusely like I am now because I'm so fired up about it. But they yelled at me, how fucking dare you, Bondzee, leave your parents' basement? You get the hell back there and you sit there and you feel shame and do your quarantine. Well, fuck, I did because they were right upset. After my funny, I thought it was hilarious. I knocked one out of the park for the first time. Sadly, 2 yentas didn't see it the same way. Everybody else thought it was hilarious, but I digress. Bondzee, move on from the baseball story. So that's how it all started. Then it started with the puppets in my parents' basement. When I was two bottles of wine deep, and I was only, I think 3 or 4. I think it was 4 days in. I say 3, maybe 4. I don't care. But I was beyond bored, and I was shit-faced. And I was like, I need to entertain people because I was a bartender and a manager, and I was entertaining is what I do. So I grabbed all these trinkets and puppets and muppets and heads. Deborah, I mean, God bless Deborah. She was like my like living girlfriend. If that mouth had a hole. Bondzee, shut your holy mouth. How dare you say that? No, I'm just kidding. But Deborah was an integral part of the show until she was stolen. And I had my own, look at that. I had my own driving range. Driving range would be a stretch. We'll call it a chipping area, if you will, and a putting zone. And listen, I was killing it in the golf this year because of that. I hit thousands and thousands of balls. Then there was my first studio. That's where this all started. Right there was actually the first one in that corner, to be honest with you. And, there was no lights. There was no nothing. It was that computer, which I saw this, but the show actually ran from the phone because I was scared to run it through the computer. And then, Scotty, I don't know if I sent you the photo with me with the written notes of piece of paper. Did I send it? No. Okay. That's my bad. Anyways, folks, it went from that, puppets on the floor to getting yelled at by my dad and him yelling at me and I almost got kicked out too. Oh, Bondzee, look at your hair. You're just crazy with those curls. And then, so I moved it into the bedroom and then the live show went to me recording scripts for companies around the world. And then that just kept going and going and going. And then I started reading books. And then the live show kept getting bigger and better. And we interviewed Jeremy Taggart. He was the first guest I ever had on. And a hell of a way to start. He was my first he was my first interview ever. I think I told the story when I was on radio back in the day. At B101 in Barrie, I never even did a live interview because I was a weekend plug guy and a fill-in guy. They didn't trust a fucking plug 22-year-old idiot like me back in the day to do interviews. My first interview ever on live, it was with Jeremy Taggart, and it was absolutely incredible. And people message me to still like, man, that interview you did with Jeremy Taggart was so like, it was like you've known him for like 30 years. You guys have been pals. And that wasn't the only time I've heard that from me doing an interview. I've interviewed many of people on the show where I've never met them face to face. And people message me after and they're like, dude, how long have you known that person? Like, it was like you guys have been best friends and you know that her, whatever, forever. I'm like, never fucking met the person. Never. Until like maybe not even a quick pre-interview, only texting. Never like this, like sexy face to face like you and me are, you beautiful, sexy bitch. And that's the way it goes. And then so it started with Jeremy Taggart, and then where'd it go? It went Chris Contos, Marianne from Brooklyn from the Howard Stern show. That was a huge get. Theo Fleury was probably between him and Marianne. Wow, man, I can't even pick a favorite because they just kept getting better and better in my eyes and everybody else's. Who else did I interview? Matt Good's girlfriend, Haley Mather, was incredible. Such a wonderful guest. Magician Alex Kazam, both my kids. Who else did I interview this year? I interviewed Bondzee, get to your note. I'm so far behind in my notes. I got to scroll through to catch up. Anyways, there were so many. I'm so thankful for all the interviews I did. Musical guests. We had so many musical guests from Nicaragua. We had Giovanni. We had Rick and his band. We had David Jones. There goes the first flip pen. We've also had, who else? We had Jamie Petrie was the first person to perform live in studio. Addie Ham. I'm missing so many more. Oh, sorry. I will get to throughout the show. Oh, man. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up here. I can take a breath. Why don't we all have a breath? Thank you, everybody, for watching. The Brendan Johnson. Why don't I say hello to everybody? Jennifer Reeder. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. You've been amazing. I got your messages today. You and your husband are wonderful people. You came and visited me in Nicaragua. I hope I was an amazing guide. Anna Pickering, thanks for watching. Nimsky Nam, I love you so much. You have been such a massive support in 2020. You are such a wonderful human being and a wonderful mom, an amazing mom, and a friend to everybody. Jack, I love you, bro. You were instrumental in you were the reason Theo Fleury came on the show. Sorry, I'm just catching up with everybody that tuned in here. Michael from Nicaragua, Robin Benson, We love you so much. Who stole Deborah? He said. He asks. My brother, my little brother stole Deborah. He was adamant, that Deborah was not allowed to come up here because he's a fucking loser. I'm sorry to speak ill of my family, but I don't have a relationship with this loser. He's not on social media, and we're not friends. And he was upset because he uses Deborah one day a year for Halloween at my parents' house, where he's been living for 2.5 years, and maybe it's time to leave, bro, and go get your own house, maybe. Hilarious, Scott. Anyways, he stole Deborah and wouldn't let me bring her up here. And that's where McSlasher came in. And fuck it, I forgot. I meant to bring McSlasher on the show. He's downstairs right now. He's packed and ready to go to be delivered back to my parents. And I did mean to bring him on the show and let him make an appearance on the last kind of scheduled live show. Anyways, Robin, thanks for watching. Thanks for asking the questions. Oh, my goodness. Sherilyn Como, thanks for watching. Elizabeth Perez joined in. Jen Mortensen. Jason Bernstein from the Niagara Falls region. His little thing, Jen, that he gave me is right up there. I just can't fit it all into the picture. Maybe I can, but the microphone, it just looks a little too much. But I love that little piece and that gem you gave me. DJ's watching from Nicaragua. Oh, man, you guys are the best. Without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to do this show as long as I've been able to do it. It almost lasted like only one show before my dad almost kicked me out. And then I just, it was like it was going to be a one-off. But then I'm like, what the hell else do I have to do? I'm going to sit here and entertain people. We're in COVID. We're all in lockdown at that time. And so I went off to the races. And listen, the first show, and this is why I kept going, because the first show where I acted like a complete buffoon, wasted out of my tree on 3 bottles of wine, the ratings were ginormous. That show had over 700 views, like, toot sweet. And so it was like, that's all I needed. Plug this idiot in, and off I went. And listen, the ratings plummeted after that show, because I actually tried to turn it into something, but I had a mouth of a trucker. I got too drunk, and it was ridiculous. But then I started to smarten up, and I built. And now here I am. I've got this beautiful studio. The Bondcast came about. The Bondzee Live, we're at episode 78. Now I'm going to be commentating soccer. European soccer games. It's been an amazing ride. It's been such a journey, man. Rachel, thanks for watching with Robin. I knew you were there. I'm sorry. And Rachel, you have been such a mentor to me. I wouldn't be where I am today without you and Robin. We've had many chats around Anamar Pool. Quite a few chats around Anamar Pool, among many other places as well. Casadomos, if I may. We've had plenty of heart-to-hearts. I think I've cried a few tears up there as well. I don't think there's too many places I haven't cried with you two beautiful human beings, because you bring out the best of me, and you've sat and listened to me, and you are wonderful human beings. So both of you, and you have listened and been a part of the show since day one, and I really can't thank you enough for your support, man. You guys are amazing. And listen, anybody, if you are looking for the greatest dream place to stay ever, and you want to get the hell out of Dodge when this is all over, and you can even go there now, go check out Casadomos, on Instagram, Facebook, Google it. It's these two amazing domes that have the most amazing view of the ocean, and they were built with love and handmade and home built with love. So go check them out, man. They are amazing. I wish I had some pictures right now, but maybe Scotty can grab them while I ramble here. But anyways, boys and girls, you guys, Robin, Rachel, thank you for the support. Everybody, thank you for the support. We wouldn't be at 78 shows if it wasn't for y'all. And now it's led to the Bondcast that I'm getting paid for. It's led to soccer things, broadcasting I'm getting paid for. The amount of scripts that I read per day for YouTube channels is unbelievable. I can't even tell you the amount of scripts that I read. And it was all because of my hard work. And I'm not sitting here going, rah, sis, boom, bah, good for you. But I am kind of. But it's because of y'all too. Okay, enough of that, Bondzee. But seriously, it's just the way it went. It snowballed from one little crazy drunk night in my parents' basement, scared out of my wits. I had no job. I didn't know what I was going to do. I left Nicaragua. My house was rented out. I had nowhere to go. I had no job. I didn't want to paint anymore. I knew I could go paint and make decent money doing it, but my body's old and sore, and I didn't want to paint anymore after 20 years, and I was scared shitless. And so I just drank copious amounts of alcohol, smoked copious amounts of weed, and just prayed and talked to a lot of people and went through dark times and almost hit. I hate to say, I'm never going to use the term I hit rock bottom, because I didn't. There's people that have hit rock bottom that I know, and I don't think I was ever anywhere near rock bottom. Now, it did different phases of rock bottom, I guess. To me, I was fucking hanging on by a thread, but I persevered, and I made to where I am is only because of me, because of my hard work, but it's because of the support I got too. So thank you all. I love you all. You guys are the best. Go support the Bondcast too, because I'm going to bounce from here. And I've had people ask, well, where can I see you now and catch you and listen to you? Because, dude, I love listening to you, and you're funny, and you make me laugh, and you've got me through COVID. And those messages and things have gotten me through this too. It saved my life, because I almost and I hate to, I'm not going to brag. It's not bragging. And I don't want to talk about it because I hate it. I hate talking about it. But I wasn't at the end of the rope, and the darkest place of rock bottom on one spectrum of things, if you will. But on the other end of the spectrum of life and shit, I didn't want to be here anymore. I fucking prayed that I died in my sleep this fucking year. Did you do that? I did. I fucking begged to not be on this fucking planet anymore. I had it up to here with everything. Everything. I was tapped out. I didn't want to be here. I was like, dear Lord, please don't take a baby's life today. Please don't give another human being cancer on this life today. Give it to me. I'll take it. I'll take one for the team, because I'm done. I'm tired. Yeah, Alex for 1,000. You want to talk about lives? Fuck, I was done. I was mentally and exhaustedly, physically done. I was tired. I got beat up. People were stealing money from me left, right, and center on so many levels. And the fucking cunt that lived here, cunts that fucking stole money from me and got a restraining for me in Nicaragua, because I did an honest real estate deal, and they fucking stole $6,000 from me. Cunts like that is what I had to deal with in 2022. So lest anybody think this year has been anything but rainbows and unicorns, it hasn't. I've had a broken foot, a broken hand, kidney stones. I've had thousands and thousands and thousands. 50,000 probably in the grand scheme of things. 6, 8, 30 grand stolen from my pocket. My fucking human pocket. It's been a shit year, but I fucking soldier on and pick myself up and get out of bed every goddamn day. I married people this year, for Christ's sakes. Oh, Reverend Bondzee. I don't even know how I got out of bed some days yet. I still did, and I married somebody. And I love those people to death. And I had so many other amazing times. Pink Whitney came out this summer. New love affair with that. That was one of my go-to drinks this summer. And now it was like, I'm well over, I'm not going to say in the past 60, 65, 70 days we're at now that I have not drank. I have got one drunk night under my belt with Jamie that was on the show. And then periodically here and there now, I've had a couple of meetings with people. I've had the odd beer, but I have not got smashed out of my tree. And amazing things have happened, just like that goddamn psychic said. Isn't that something? Isn't like 10, 12 years ago, psychic said, when you quit drinking, really amazing things will start happening for you. Whatever, honey, you've psychic this. You don't even know what you're talking about. Stop wasting my time. I didn't even pay her. I didn't even want her information. I didn't ask for her info. She came and sought me out after my ex-wife and kids paid for her nonsense. She came and talked to me privately and said, yo, you didn't ask for this. I'm telling you, Mr. Wentz, you decide to quit drinking. big things will happen for you. She wasn't wrong because I've quit for the 90. We're at 98, 97% of in 70 days. I've quit drinking, you know, and I'm pretty proud of where I'm at. It's been a miracle, and amazing things have happened since. It's insane, and I can't believe it. And I'm going to keep on that train because the amount of recordings I do every day for clients around the world, and I talk about Miley Cyrus daily I read so many pop culture things for I work at this point. I'm losing my voice again. At this point, I probably voice about 30 to 40 YouTube channels. Some of them are major, some of them are not. And it continues to come in, and it's been amazing. And you can't sit here and drink all day and night like I used to and do recordings. Now I sit here and record 12 hours a day and write in between for the Boncast, the show, and other stuff. I can't be a piss tank anymore, and I couldn't be fucking happier. I'm so goddamn proud of myself, you know, and big things have started to happen, and I want to see where this continues to go. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I am this fucking close to selling my house. It's a decision I am weighing heavily on right now. I was made a private offer out of the blue, and I am this close to accepting that offer. This close, but I'm scared because this is my lifeline here. But at the same time, it's not. I have no ties to this house other than I love the studio. This hasn't been my home. Neither of both of my kids have not lived here at the same time with me since I bought this house because of their ages. They're older. One did, one didn't. And it's just not a home to me. So 90% of me wants to sell it and move on and I want to be a vagabond. I want to be a nomad and work and do my work around the world and just travel and do this wherever the fuck I want. I can set this bullshit up behind me. Half of this is real. Half of this is a green screen. All I need is bloody good internet, and I can live wherever the hell I want. So I have massive decisions to make. I welcome any input. What should I do? Steph Warnock, thanks for watching. Everett, thanks for watching. I've never seen on any. Yeah, Rachel, it's been a tough year. Haley Mather, that was her. She was an amazing guest on the show. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to continue to rent out this house, which hasn't gone all that well for me because now I'm in litigation in court for $15,000 from the ex-tenant who's a bitch and just refused to pay her bills. And now instead of just paying them or working out a payment plan, just take me into court. Take me to small claims court. Well, bitch, I am going to take you to small claims court, and I am coming for every last fucking dime that you owe me because nobody's going to walk over me anymore. I'm fucking sick and tired of that. It's the Bondzee world now, and I've got a whole new life under me with minimal booze or less booze or no booze, and that is my home that I live in. This is where the studio happens. This is where I'm going to broadcast soccer games out of, but this is where I don't want to really be full time. This studio needs to be on the road and travel the world and go and see shit and meet people and do what I love to do in every aspect and take you all along. Rachel says sell it. 90% sure means yes. Yeah, but there's still that part of me that it's my last tie to Ontario and anywhere near my kids and a financial. It'll be a financial gain for the future. I could still make money now. From when I bought to what I'm going to sell it at will make me some chad, some bank. So I'm thinking of selling it and banking that money and not touching it. Or I hold on to it, rent it, and put up with the bullshit and maybe go through more litigation. And I don't really want to do that anymore. So I think I already know the answer, but I would appreciate anybody's input. You know, put yourself in my shoes. What do you do? I want to be, I've always been a nomad. I can't stay in one place very long. I want to travel the world. I want to do voice work and I want to do this. And I want to make people happy and I want to make people laugh. Shit. Yeah, this is a house. It's not a home at all. I barely lived here in 4 years. So, you know, I guess the answer is probably I should just sell it, right? But then do you hold on to it and rent it and make more money in 2 or 3 years? But then you got to put more money into it. You got to put up with renters and their bullshit. I don't know. What is there a right answer? Is there a right answer? Is there a wrong answer? At the end of the day, I guess ultimately it's my decision, but it's a hard decision because I want to sell. Most of me wants to sell and move to. I want to move to Nicaragua, but not full time. But I'm worried about the internet down there. I want to make sure I can do the future jobs that I have coming up. Perfect tickety boo, down in Nicaragua, right? And Jackie, my partner, is listening. You know, we were going to rent a house together in Nicaragua. She said, I rented my house, ended up selling it. Too much bullshit. Yeah. I rented my house, ended up selling. Yeah. Renting is fucking a nightmare. I don't know. We'll see, folks. Anyway, so we should get on with the show. Why don't we? I'm done talking about me, and we've all got with the show. It's really come a long way. So I moved home after Sarge's basement. We went through the whole. I interviewed amazing people. It went from doing it from my phone to doing it with my computers and lights, professional microphones, green screen, everything. And I love my new studio. I feel so cozy here. But you can make these anywhere. And it's been a trip from where I started, from doing it on my phone in my parents' basement to where I am now. And you guys have been along for the whole ride. I love all y'all for the support. Oh, man, it has been a trip, I'll tell you. And I'm really comfortable here right now, and I can't wait to do these soccer games tomorrow. But I also can't wait to get the hell out of here. And I don't like winter. And, I'm all about banking some money. If I sell this house, I will be debt-free. And I will have X amount of money in the bank, too. So that's a pretty good deal. Ah, man, decisions. Steve Lassard, thanks for watching, brother. Sharon Wiggin, thank you for watching. Love you, babes. Hopefully we can catch up in Costa Rica or Nicaragua real soon. Scotty, why don't come on the show? Where'd Lucy go?
She had to take a break for a second.
All right. Well, why don't we start with the year in review? Let's do it together.
Why don't we do the show in review?
Well, yeah, we can do it. Let's start with it all. There's Lucy. Lucy, come on the show. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much. This show, you guys have been an integral part of the show. So before we get started with doing the Bondzee live in review and just the general 2020 shit show in review that it was, I would like to thank you both because you both, we joke about this, but you don't get paid for this. But you have been here day in and day out every single night that I've done this show. When we were doing it 3 times a week at one point. Thank you. And both of you took it upon yourself to learn the studio in the backside of things. And Scotty, you took it to a whole new level yourself and made the show what it is, even bigger and better. For that, I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, so when you do that,
All right,
you guys are allowed to say words when you come on camera. Oh, thanks, Bondzee. That really means a lot. It's been a great ride. Thanks for having me aboard. Really appreciate it. Just do the hockey thing, bro. Yeah, it's been a team effort. Wipe the brow off. It's I love all y'all. I love Lucy. I love you. I love my coach. Thanks for the ice time. And
Yeah. If he stopped long enough, we might be able to say thank you, but he just keeps going and going. He's like a fucking Energizer bunny, man.
That's the only way we can get a word in edgewise.
Pretty much. It wouldn't be right if you didn't mute him, though, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you're number 1 too there, Bondzee.
That drives me insane. And
I know.
Yeah, it's funny. It's
you
funny.
Ever try being on this end of things while you're just going.
Yeah, but it's funny when you make fun of me and mute my mic, and it's hilarious. But I make fun of you, and then you get all upset. And okay, go. What do you want to say? I just had to get that out of the way.
I don't really have much to say.
Okay, go. Okay, so start up okay, thank you, Bondzee, for welcoming me to the show. And yeah, it's been a great ride. And you wanted, I wanted this to be interactive. You said, yeah.
I'm sorry, you didn't send me my script.
So let's do it. I'm giving you every
time
you get your script, Joe, the chance to talk. You sit there like a deer in the headlights.
Did you get your script?
My script? No, I didn't get a script.
Oh,
I don't even know what the
he
show's
must be
about.
reading it.
Okay, go. Speak.
I really don't have much to say, man. It's just.
Well,
It's
it's been a hell of a year.
It sucks. It's going. It's.
It has.
But, hey,
It has.
it's been a real interesting year, and you know what? The show did evolve. You had a lot of, from this and
I
this.
miss Deborah so much.
There's old McSlasher.
Yeah, the show started on a floor.
Yep. And then,
Remember your bag of oatmeal? Do you remember your bag of oatmeal propped up your phone?
Roads. I miss my bag of oatmeal.
It was probably propping up the phone right there too, huh?
Yeah.
It was a hundo P. It was.
And then you get into there you go. There's you and Jeremy.
First interview I ever. And you know what's funny is that interview wasn't even on Bondzee Live on Facebook and YouTube because Jeremy's not a Facebook guy. And at the time, I wasn't even on YouTube yet. So we actually went and did that show on Instagram Live.
Yep, and then probably one of my favorite interviews was the Theo Fleury. That was such a great interview.
Yeah, it was. And Scotty, and here's the deal. I don't know if everybody knows this, but behind the scenes for that interview, I drove from here to Windsor, Sarnia that day. And
Oil Springs.
Same fucking thing. It was 10 minutes outside for the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, but people
nobody knows where Oil Springs is, Lutz.
There's about 10 people that know where Oil Springs is, and they've all been there.
And they're all watch your show too. So there's that.
We were in Sarnia on the U.S.-Canada border, and I got to set up my studio and everything, and I got to do a pre-recorded.
Yeah, you're in the Giddle basement, the Giddle Cove.
Yeah, we had a huge.
Yeah, he had a band in his bedroom.
That afternoon, I got to interview. I recorded a live interview with Theo Fleury, and it was an amazing hour-long interview. And Scott, you were there in the background and produced the whole show and put up some amazing pictures along the way as Theo and I talked in videos as well. And he was very impressed. And I really thank you for that. And it was cool that you got to be along for the ride for that interview, which was probably to this day one of the most special ones I've done because I've never had anybody come on my show and admit to being raped 154 times. That's pretty heavy stuff. I don't think anybody can top that. No matter what. That's honesty at its best right there.
Here's another one of my favorite ones. I probably know why. Jill will probably agree with me too. This is one of my favorite ones because it was Bondzee live without Bondzee.
Without Bondzee.
Oh, yeah, that was fun times.
That show was so long.
Yeah, well, I was there for a touch, and I was in and out, and then it just got to the point where I bounced. And unbeknownst to me, because I didn't have internet where I was, it just cacked right out. You guys stayed on and did a full another, not only Bondzee Live, but then you went and did a Bondzee After Dark.
I think we just transformed it into Bondzee After Dark.
Right on
the fly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right, we just kept going with her. I mean, that had to be at least an hour and a half, right?
Well, what are you gonna do, right? You fucking pieced out and you had a guest, and it was just like, oh, well, bye, Greg.
Well, it's not like I pieced out on purpose and just said, "Hey guys, you take care. See you later." The internet cracked. I was up north, and in all the tests, we ran many tests in the day that day, and everything went fine. And then come showtime, getting to talk to my wifey. Who we got married in Nicaragua, fake married in Nicaragua for those tuning in and going, whoa, what, Bondzee, you're married?
It just makes the fake divorce that much
Anyways, yeah, I joked around with her today on the comments. Vita Rubino, thanks for watching. Old Rube, Melissa, fuck, I'm losing my voice. I got to shut that up.
Here's another good one for you. I know this is one that you were excited about.
Oh, this is one of my favorites too, because I never ever expected to get Marianne from Brooklyn because listen,
Look at the look
the
on his face.
she is a massive, massive deal on the Howard Stern show. And she has hundreds of thousands of followers on all social media levels. And I just didn't think she would want to talk to me. And she'd be like, hey, the fuck are you? You know, man, I'm not going to speak to you, Bondzee.
I know, but
Anyway.
you know what? Look at your face. Look how fucking happy you are.
I was thrilled to talk to her. And, oh, you know what? Fuck, I don't have it in front of me. I just got in the mail this true story 3 days ago. I haven't posted on social media. It's been a crazy, crazy week for me. I haven't even got around to posting it. Marianne actually sent me a piece of mail, and I got it this week. And it is a mini cardboard cutout of Ronnie, the limo driver, Howard Stern's personal limo driver, he is still his limo driver. Well, not now because there's COVID, but Ronnie went from a limo driver to a massive staple of the show. And this little miniature cutout, there's a whole story behind it. I won't get into it right now. The gift is amazing. Marianne didn't have to do that. She actually went out of her way to send me a personal gift. And it is something that I will cherish for as long as I live. It's pretty amazing how I started this show in my parents' basement on a floor with puppets. And I ended up interviewing the likes of people like Marianne, who sent me a gift, Theo Fleury, Jeremy Taggart, Chris Contos, Haley Mather, my kids, so many, Dylan Mattia.
That was a fun one too.
That was an amazing one. And we've now become amazing friends. He's going to help me pursue my career in the near future in LA once all this COVID shit gets kind of, everybody gets the vaccine, or we got to do what we got to do to get through it all. I hope to actually go and spend some time with Dylan in LA and go to some auditions there and see where I can take my future, because listen,
you're welcome.
Listen, Lucy, it's all in the thank you. Yes,
you're welcome.
Producer Lucy is the one who set that interview up, and that is something that will come back to reap the benefits in the future for sure. Because I definitely, it's part of selling this house, is like, I don't want to be in Orillia anymore. There is nothing for me. My kids are here, yes, but my kids are older. My kids want to be here less than I do. They want to be in LA faster than I do. So, I think the writing's on the wall with selling this place, but we'll see.
Here's another fun one.
Jen Butno, amazing, beautiful entrepreneur. She's killing it. She's gone through a rough time lately, but that's an amazing individual who's gone through a very, very extremely tough life. Listen, she doesn't work in a factory, and I'm not dissing anybody that does. My father worked in a factory for 30 years, but Jen is one of those people that didn't ever want to be that factory person or a person that had a boss. She made herself her own boss by perseverance, hard work, and dedication to online work. And she's killing it. And she was an amazing guest on the show as well. And the first in-studio guest, by the way. Jamie Petrie, amazing human being. Childhood friend since 3 years old. Man, he was just here. He was the last in-studio guest and first musical in-studio guest.
Well, no, actually, technically, Beer Store Money was your first in-house studio guest. Musical.
Well, I guess on the road, but as a home base, Bondzee Lives. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. There's a couple of different live and studio guests, I guess, genre things, if you will, categories. I'll take bands that have played in Bondzee's live studios for $100, Alex, please.
And then,
well, we'll get to Alex in a little bit. We're gonna do after the Bondzee. Yeah, we're gonna get to that next, folks. So stick around. Tim McConaughey, thanks for watching. Susan Smith,
hey,
Baker, I love you. William,
a couple of other things here.
Thanks for tuning in. Vita, I love you, babes. Can't wait for your headshots that you're gonna give me or take from me real soon with your fancy new camera.
Squirrel.
What else, Scotty? What do you got for me?
And then there was this. That was a big moment in the show.
Amazing support from the Glorious Sons this summer when we had the fundraiser for Baby Ruby. that sadly left us this summer. She gave up she gave a great fight, but you know, at the end, all fighters succumb, and she's off to greater pastures and looking down on us from above now. And that was an amazing. Everybody, thank everybody this summer that came forward and donated money to that amazing cause. Scott, Jill, you were both instrumental in making raising money, as well as Ashley. As well, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention her as well, Mafia Ash. Yeah, it's amazing how everybody comes through in tough times, and especially a tough year like 2020. Imagine going through the year we've had, and then on top of that, losing a fucking at 12 weeks old.
That's just craziness. And just how it all unfolded, too.
Yeah. Crazy. Anyways, I give you guys a chance to speak, and you say nothing except Scott. It's crazy.
It's impossible. I know, right?
I love it. Okay, so are you done with
your? No, I
Then
can't
we got to
even
the
move.
point now where
Is that your background there, Jill? There you go. Yeah, it was.
you know, it's got to the point where
I did that to show him that I can't talk because I have
Of course.
the little one in the
That
background.
was so funny.
A little one and company.
yeah, tell him to shut the hell up. We're live, and we don't want to hear him yammering on his video games. Christ's sakes.
It's
Colton, don't make
Bondzee
me drive up
live,
there,
not
Mr.
Colton live.
Yeah, cripes. Listen, okay. So the Bondzee Live, it started from the floor in my parents' basement, wasted out of my tree, to a proper studio sitting here with lights, green screen, wonderful. 2 producers, not 1. And really we've come a long way. And I'm really proud. The messages, the phone calls, the emails, everything, the support has been incredible. You guys, I love it. And the show wouldn't be what it would be without you guys. So thank you. And I would love to keep doing it if somebody fucking paid me for it. But sadly, I don't get paid for this. So I'm not going to stop doing it. But what we'll do is we'll do it once in a while when we got some free time. Maybe we'll do a show over Christmas or New Year's, whatever. Hopefully. But there's no guarantee. That's the thing anymore. There's no guarantee. No Monday, no Friday. We'll just do it and we'll have fun. It'll build up content. It'll make the show even better. Put it that way.
We'll see what COVID clause. We'll see what COVID clause brings us.
We're not on a delay, so people are thinking, "Well, Bondzee, you don't even let them speak." There's no fucking delay. You cunts don't even say a word.
Everybody that watches knows that we have to wait to get a word in edgewise. Unless I do this, so much better. Mute C live.
To the year in review, that was the year in review. Where do you want to start? We start. Oh, I know where to start. You know what we're doing. It all started before COVID even hit. And
I'm gonna jump off the screen and just work the pictures.
Yeah, beat it, Lucy. Love you.
Wow, TK. Bye-bye.
Oh! Before we let TK go, we'd be remiss, Scotty. Don't you have the picture? I think I sent it to you of TK saving the kittens this year. Do we have that picture? No. Anyways, let me get to the year in review that it was. Okay. Scotty, hit it with the before COVID even happened, folks. If you remember going way back, it started, 2020, the worst year in absolute bloody history. Okay? I need a smoke for this one. Toilet paper. All y'all ought to be ashamed with the way you handled 2020 at the start. I don't even know why it started, but all of a sudden we had to go and wipe our asses 1,000,000 times more all of a sudden for some reason. And we had to buy toilet paper was like gold. It was literally worth more than a bar of gold on the internet at one point. Astonishing to me, to be quite honest, and massively embarrassing because there was never, ever, ever a reason. None of us all ate food. COVID didn't make you shit out your asshole. consistent, like daily, like 24/7. So there was no need to empty shelves of toilet paper. Anyways, moving on. Then there was the nasty ass wildfires in Australia. Man, oh man, that was sad ass shit. Watching kangaroos flee out of the wilderness and the bushes and stuff. Kangaroos, the koala bears, everything, man. Like that was some really, really sad shit. The amount of wildlife, the amount of humans, the amount of land, the amount of homes that were destroyed in that to start off 2020. That's how 2020 started, folks. If you forgot, that's how it started. It was damn near started right out of fucking Hell's Gate. How Australia started on fire and then it just took off from there. Then, of course, we all know COVID. Coronavirus. The Ooga Booga monster that started from a bat in China, which is fucking 100% bullshit to this day. And we all know that. And if you don't, you're fucking born in a fucking tin can. Because there's no way that goddamn... Hey, Ryan Robb, thanks for watching, man. Long time no see. Long live Toxic Gob is right, man. We didn't have this luxury back in our days of high school. Imagine if we did. Huh. I'd be a multimillionaire by now. Now I'm just a dollar heir, like the rest of us schlubs in this world. Anyways, thanks for watching and showing some support, man. Keep on keeping the good fight, and thanks for showing the support. Oh, long time high school brother right there. You know, and then 2020 just kept keeping on, you know. We had the COVID started, and then the election was always, you know, it was a big thing right out of the gate of 2020 because half the country wanted, well, at the time we didn't even know it was split, but we came to learn just recently that that country was literally split down the middle, almost to the point of a civil war. It really was. You either loved Donald Trump or you wanted to fucking murder that guy. And speaking of murdering Donald Trump, I can't believe that guy made it through 4 years, to be honest with you. We had way better presidents, or I shouldn't say we, I'm not an American, but there was way better presidents that got assassinated for being a way less of a retard. No, I hate to say that word. I'm sorry. I take that back. Erase and delete. For being way less of a numbskull. And a social media like icon, if you will, and a numbskull on television. In the way, what's the thing I'm looking for? Not social media, but like a reality TV. You know what I mean? And it was crazy. Now the guy's a president of the United States. Anyways, the election was a huge thing. Oh, so we had that, and then so that took up most of 2020. But then Joe Biden and his partner Kamala Harris, president-elect, and his vice president-elect, they won. Well, depends who you ask. If you ask Trump, he still says he wins. But congrats to them. You know, I guess all's fair in love and war. We'll see. I don't think Trump's going to win his bid to try and convince people that it was rigged or fixed. So congratulations to that. So that was a huge, huge thing in 2020 on top of everything else going on in the States. Then you got this thieving, lying, pedophile git who the sheer look on his fucking face makes me want to throw up. You think you Americans, my American friends, fucking hated Trump? Times that by 100, that the hate that I have for this disgusting human being who has robbed Canadians left, right, and center and continues to do so with a smug look and says he'll look at a camera and tell you to do everything that he doesn't do. Everything he says don't do, he fucking goes and does. He's a pedophile, thief. I don't have a nice word to say about him. Get him off my screen before I end up with the Secret Service knocking on my door. Fuck. He just makes me sick to my stomach. Speaking of Canadian icon, this guy should have been goddamn prime minister. Alex Trebek, rest in peace, my friend. You were loved around the world. You were a Canadian icon, but you were a Canadian icon around the world, my friend. You made people's nights around the world for 20 plus years. doing Jeopardy at 7:30 p.m. right after Wheel of Fortune. You suffered hard, but you never gave up. Congrats, and rest in peace forever, man. You had the most amazing show. You were the epitome of what a Canadian is. You had a hot tongue, but you always had compassion, kindness, but you were quick to tell people how it was, and I love that about you. Moving on. The election was rigged. Yeah, just ask Trump. He'll tell you. Let's jump into some sports that were. Scotty, real quick. What do you got? You run the pictures. I'll do the commentating. That's not sports. I don't know what that picture is. That might be.
I was going through the pictures in the order I put them in.
Is that what that is? Yeah. Terrible. The worst, I think, devastation in Canadian history was that guy that went, and I'll never mention his name because we don't do that. But it is devastating news. Canadian, sadly, it'll be infamous in Canadian history. It's a guy that went absolutely nutso in Nova Scotia, and they really had a tough year in Nova Scotia. I think the most COVID cases. They had this loser go off and kill the most amount of people ever in Canadian history, and just so on and so forth. It was really terrible. Poor Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle have really taken hits this year. They decided to leave the British monarch and separate, and then they started in Canada with this idiot, and we're out in BC, and I think they're on the island, if you will, and some private part of the island. I don't even know if it was private, but they tried to be as private as they could. Anyways, it didn't go so well. They ended up bolting from Canada real quick, and they are now made home in the United States, which isn't going so well. Not for them, not for the British monarchy. I think the Queen, even though she gave them her blessing, I think she's still pissed in the grand scheme of things. And she's like, "Oh, bloody hell, go fuck off then. Go to the USA and piss off. I'm going to take all your royal duties away, so fuck off." Greg, it's funny. Greg? Who's Greg? Bondzee. It's really funny how the Queen sounds exactly like your mom. Well, Bondzee, it's funny you asked. They might as well be one and the same. Because my mom is the Queen, and she should be. She's the Queen mom. And I love her. So there. If only mom listened to the show. I did give her a shout out and some love. Mom, I can't even make fun of her. I'm losing my voice here, and I have 2 soccer games to commentate tomorrow. So let's wrap up this show because I need to get through this, and I'm gonna shut the hell up and go drink some honey tea by the gallons here because I can't lose my voice. Where are we at? Oh, yeah, the silver thing showed up in the United States all of a sudden recently. I don't know. When you thought 2020 couldn't get any fucking weirder, this one thing showed up in Utah or Nevada out of the blue. And then I think, as soon as it was there and it became a thing, it was gone. Now everybody, where the hell did it go? Who took it? Now there is video and photographic evidence that 4 fellas went and dug it out of the ground and took it. Now, there's no evidence of them putting it there. But then as soon as they took it, another one showed up in my memory slips me. Scott, do you know? No, I forget. Anyways, no, is Lithuania? No, Romania maybe? Anyways, it doesn't matter. Another one showed up, and then it was gone. That's sweet. And then another one showed up, and it's gone. So anyways, those things are really weird. What else we got? Let's roll. Aliens. Oh, yeah, the Pentagon. They finally admitted for the first time ever, and it drives me nuts. It makes me funny to laugh, actually, because they have denied and denied and denied forever and ever, amen, that aliens never existed, UFOs didn't exist. But then all of a sudden, they just came out of nowhere in 2020 and admitted that, yeah, okay, yeah, we have evidence and we all know there's UFOs and aliens. Yet it's been literally swept under the rug. Why, you ask, Bondzee? Because COVID everything else. They don't want you to know about that. They don't want to talk about that. There's other crazy shit that they got on their agenda right now that they got you soldiers under wrap. And I joke. Bondzee, you can't go around calling your friends and your fans and soldiers and stuff. It was a joke. Oh, fuck. You better watch what you say. I've already lost friends and you know what? And I was going to bring this up earlier and I skipped over it, but I'm not going to skip over it anymore. I have lots of listeners right now and fuck it. I've lost listeners this year and in the show because I spoke the truth. Or not the truth. No, let me rephrase that. I didn't speak the truth. I spoke my opinion of some certain things that I felt. I was never rah Trump. I never voted for Trump. I don't have that right. I never condoned anything Trump did or not everything he did. I might be on board with some of the things he did, but I was never like Trump. And I was never, I'm not wearing a mask in stores and I'm not doing this and I'm not abiding by the rules. I abided by the rules. I did everything I was told to do like a good little bitch, like the rest of us. But that doesn't mean that I have to listen and believe every goddamn thing I see and hear on TV. And that's what the mass media wants me to see and hear and believe. Excuse me. The only thing that may be better about the Gatorade to help my throat is putting like 4 tablespoons of honey in it. And then I could drink it and then the honey would coat my throat. And then people are sitting there going, well, Bondzee, maybe if you didn't smoke weed out of a fucking $12 glass pipe and maybe your throat wouldn't be so harsh. This is true. Listen, it's a dog.
Back off a couple inches.
I'm just trying to get through it one thing at a time. Go ahead, bud.
Or back off a couple inches. I know $20 is $20.
Settle down. You know how many times I've heard that lame? If I had $1, and I know they all say 5 cents, but that was back when our parents thought they were funny. If I had $1, get inflation and everything. If I had $1 for every time you said that lame joke, I wouldn't even have to do the worry. But I do this. I would continue to do the show because you're stupid. I could just have you on the show and we could say that stupid joke every time. Listen, I love marijuana. I've never made a secret of it. I will never hide it. It's legal where I live. It calms me down. It helps me in so many ways. I don't smoke marijuana to get strictly high. I smoke marijuana so many other
ways. As long as you can breathe, it doesn't matter.
What's that?
As long as you can breathe, it doesn't matter.
Hey, listen, breathing is an integral part of life, so they tell me. And listen, we haven't even got to this yet. 2020. This might have happened. George Floyd might have got his throat, had a knee drilled into his throat for 8 minutes and 46 seconds from some asshole white cop who thought it would be, he played God that day. Well, didn't that change things a bit in 2020, folks? Holy shit. For good and bad. I mean, a lot of good is going to come out of this. But a lot of bad came out of it as well. I mean, there was so much, riot and looting and so many businesses lost their jobs because of stupid people that take these kind of situations and they take it as, I'll just go to the streets and we'll smash stores in and take what we want and then burn the fucking place to the ground. 2020 was some crazy year, man. I'll tell you. George Floyd, the COVID, and the fires. You got that, and people are standing by cheering it on. They're burning down police stations, calling for decriminalization or defunding of police. Sorry. It's insane, man. Could you imagine living in a world with the defunding of the police? Listen, some of the police out there are fucking assholes, and they're not all saints, but the majority of them are amazing human beings, and we need them in our life, believe it or not. We really do. And without them, we're in some serious shit, fuck, defund the police. Any asshole that says that, come at me, because I'll be happy to step up. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. My boy, Howard Stern. Oh my God. It was, what's today? Friday? So Tuesday, he announced with only So Tuesday not including, he had Wednesday show and then 2 this week. So he had 3 to go. And with 3 to go, he announced that he signed for 5 more years. He didn't announce the money value, but it was already leaked. It was well over, I think it was $150 million for 5 years. Not a bad chunk of change, if you ask me, to talk into a microphone. I get $0. I do the same kind of show, if you will, without the Robin, without Baba the Booey. I got my own numbskulls behind the scenes, but I got my own Baba Booies. But none of us make the kind of money they make. Anyways, all jokes aside, I'm so thankful that Howard Stern is back for 5 more years. That man means the world to me. He really does. He has gotten me through the best and worst of times, and he's been there through it all. And all joke, like people, oh, you've changed, and you're not the same show that you were. Any loser that says that, and those words come out of their mouth, give your head a shake. He better change over 30, 40 years of being on air. 44 years in grand total. You better evolve. Look at any band, Pearl Jam, U2. Any band has evolved and changed their musical taste over the years. Howard Stern has changed. He doesn't have strippers and sluts and all this on anymore. He's actually to one of the most amazing interviewers on this planet.
Tragically Hip changed their stuff every album.
Say again, sorry?
The Hip changed their sound every album.
Every album, dude. Every single album.
Not a ton, but it was enough. It just,
and that's what Howard never really changed, but he really did go from a pervert having strippers on all the time and talking about porno all the time to really evolving into a masterful interviewer where people who were afraid and terrified to come on the show and do interviews because he was going to ask how big their penis was, or he was going to ask the girl how big her breasts were, or what penis she last sucked, basically, to evolving into, he just interviewed, brain fart. He's playing right now, Eddie Vedder, Elton John, Miley Cyrus, just some amazing interviews. It's just, the list goes on and on, man. I love the guy to death. 5 more years. Let's go. I love him. Okay, let's end up the show with the sports in the year that was 2020. It certainly changed everything. The majority of sports was played without fans in the stands. We'll start with the NHL. Tampa Bay became victorious in the bubble that was Toronto and Edmonton, with the Stanley Cup Finals being played in Edmonton, and Tampa Bay comes out victorious. Congrats to them. What a year. Stamkos came and played 1 game, scored 1 goal, and came out victorious. And then you got LeBron James. There's nothing this guy can't do, I'll tell you. Comes out and wins another NBA championship with his 3rd team, I believe. Miami, Cleveland, and LA. 3rd team to win that he won an NBA championship with. That is a feat in itself. And then he's to be commended for his stuff for standing up for Black Lives Matter. Hold on, I got to take a sip. The fucking voice is going quickly. LA Dodgers won the World Series. Congrats to them. Amazing. LA, what a time to be an LA sports fan. You win the World Series, and you also win the NBA World Championship. Pretty impressive feat. Within a month of each other, 6 weeks of each other, too. Then you got the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl back earlier in 2020, before the COVID and all that kind of took off. So congrats to them, and it looks like they're well on their way to another one maybe. And then that was when Shakira and J-Lo, a couple of smoke shows too, and J-Lo, even for her age, damn near showed up on stage with no clothes and absolutely rocked it. So good on them. So that was certainly something to behold. What else? We got Lewis Hamilton. My God, if there is not a better, he's now on paper in history is is the number one best F1 driver in history. He just surpassed Michael Schumacher about 3 weeks ago, and this now has the most wins in history. There's not hardly a race he doesn't win anymore. He's an amazing driver. He's an amazing human being, super humble, and what a ride. The Blue Jays played their season in Buffalo this year. They were the Buffalo Blue Jays. You know, for a team that wasn't even supposed to make the playoffs or have a horrible record, they made the playoffs, had a pretty good run, and had a hell of a year. And I expect big things from them in the coming future. The Raptors will be playing their games this year coming up in Florida. Tampa, breaking news, Tom Brady out of New England is playing for Tampa Bay now, which is a huge – it's having an up and down year there. They win some, lose some, but still they're not guaranteed in the playoffs yet, but they're on the bubble. So we'll see what happens. Be interesting to see down the stretch here. And then, man, boom, Tiger Woods puts on the green jacket. First one ever for Dustin Johnson. Speaking of Dustin Johnson, I just saw in the background here, I got the sports channel on, and Wayne Gretzky, his rookie card just officially sold, or it's officially hit the $1 million mark. So if you were smart enough to get a rookie card of Wayne Gretzky back in the day and hold on to it and keep it mint, it is now worth $1 million. Thank you very much. Oh, my God. What else have I got here? My voice is losing. I'm losing it here quickly. We did Stern. We did Prince Harry. We did Kobe. Sadly, we lost Kobe this year in a tragic helicopter accident, him and his daughter. He will be forever missed. The outpouring around the world was incredible. He was one hell of a basketball player and a human being. I know he had a little hiccup, with his a little marriage infidelity there, but at the end of the day, he really was loved, respected, and did amazing things for human beings around the world, and that was super tragic. So rest in peace to Kobe. You will be sadly missed by so many. I got to cut this short. I still got so many people listening, and I still have so much more to say, but my fucking voice is raw, and I really need to save it for tomorrow. And so I can't do this anymore. I can't thank you all enough for the love and support. Titty Kitty in the background, Lucy, you're the best for all your support and how you've supported me and been here for the show. Scotty, Mr. Producer from Niagara Falls, New York region. Don't tell him he's from Buffalo or what do you get upset when you say Buffalo? So he's from the Niagara Falls, New York region, folks. The armpit and the shithole of America. But, dude, you have been amazing. For somebody who didn't even know the studio from a hole in your head, you took over the show on the backside of things. And the amount of comments that I get for the show, I get as many for you as well. And the amazing job you do. So thank you very much. I appreciate all you've done for me and the help, brother, along the way since you took over from behind the scenes. I can't thank you all enough for joining me. The love and support along the whole way has been incredible. I love each and every one of you, man. And I would do the show a lot more tonight if I really could. And I would do a Bondzee After Dark. Sadly, after this, I got to go right off now. And I got to do about 2 to 3 hours of homework for the 2 soccer games that I got to call tomorrow, which I can't wait to do. And I'm so thankful for. The opportunity is incredible. So stand by for that. Tomorrow, I might give you the link. And I might not. I might leave tomorrow alone for me and let me do my own thing. And then if it goes well, and then I continue to get hired and do this, then I'll bring you guys aboard. Maybe. I might let you in tomorrow because I am pretty open book. And I would love to have you aboard probably, but we'll see. I'll make that decision tomorrow. And if I do decide to let you aboard, I'll share everything with you, and I will share the link, and you'll be able to watch me because when I call it live, not only you'll be able to see the soccer game, football, you'll be able to see me commentate it live whilst watching the game. So it won't just be my audio; you'll be able to see this as well. I love you, and I love you, and I love you too. Oh, and I love you. Oh, and goddamn, you're sexy too. And I love you. Have an amazing Friday night. I'm going to go drink 3 teas with honey right now and prepare for tomorrow. I hope you join me if I let you in. And thanks for the support. This isn't the end of Bondzee Live. I promise. It's just the end of the regular scheduled programming, if you will. Okay? Thanks for the ride. It's been a blast. You guys have been amazing. It's been a 2020, hasn't it? Peace and love. Take care of one another. I guess we're all going into code red. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. I hope you all don't get it. I still don't know one fucking person that has it, but just still wash your hands and wear your mask, okay? For now, please. Love you. Goodbye. God bless. Peace.